Despite the tough rhetoric on the world stage, many European countries are more cooperative with Russia than some would assume. Italy, for example, is set to extradite a Ukrainian opera director who was detained in Naples and is awaiting trial in Russia. The Kremlin claims 39-year-old Eugene Lavrenchuk is wanted for financial crimes allegedly committed while running a theater company in Moscow, a city he fled in protest of Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014. He was detained in Naples in December while boarding a connecting flight from Ukraine to Israel, a controversial tactic that was at the center of controversy last summer when a Greece to Lithuania-bound Ryanair flight was forced to land in Belarus due to a fake bomb threat, allowing authorities to arrest opposition blogger Roman Protasevich. Belarus is a close ally of Russia, which is building up its forces in the country for what some fear is a looming invasion of Ukraine. Italy isn't known to share the same relationship with Russia, but it does approach Moscow with relative soft gloves compared to the United States. Prime Minister Mario Draghi speaking to Russian President Vladimir Putin by phone on Tuesday, an event that didn't result in the explosive headlines such as the meeting with Putin and Viktor Orban, the leader of another NATO and EU member state, in Hungary. The conversation between Putin and the Italian premier came on the heels of Rome confirming the presence of 6 Russian warships in the Mediterranean Sea, possibly carrying up to 60 tanks and 1,500 soldiers. The gentle approach to Moscow's encroachment follows a similar trend across the continent, with Italy, France, and Germany being accused of putting economic interests ahead of Europe's standoff with Russia, with Berlin being the most glaring example, with its approval of the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline from Russia to Germany. This behind-the-scenes dynamic was brought to the forefront of the conflict during President Biden's news conference last month.
But it's very important that we keep everyone in NATO on the same page. And that's what I'm spending a lot of time doing. And there are differences. There are differences in NATO as to what countries are willing to do depending on what happens.
Representatives from France, Germany, Ukraine, and Russia are set to meet in Berlin next week, again suggesting a lack of unity from Western allies. Italy, meanwhile, is staying out of the spotlight, while supporters of Eugene Lavrenchuk are trying to bring attention to his situation in fear of what a political dissident's trial in Russia could look like. In Rome, for Newsmax, I'm Alex Salvi.